Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. It's Friday Night SmackDown, and we are kicking things off with the Women's World Champion, Sasha Banks herself, the boss of Friday nights. Seeing her first appearance, actually in a rematch against Sonya Deville here tonight. Last time we saw Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair was confronting her, letting her know that she will indeed challenge her for the Women's World Championship after Belair won a title opportunity from winning the Women's Elimination Chamber match. None other than the starting position at number 1. Bianca Belair ran the gauntlet in the Elimination Chamber and now finds herself in a rematch, a monumental, historic rematch that happened a few years back. Who could ever forget the first two black women in the main event of WrestleMania, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, tearing the absolute house down that night. They're going to do the exact same come WrestleMania this year, ladies and gentlemen. It's Belair, it's Banks, part 2. And speaking of part 2, as I said, Sonya Deville obviously feeling like she was kind of overshadowed in her performance a few weeks ago after Belair's arrival. Sonya Deville wants the spotlight on herself and has lobbied to management to get a rematch with Sasha Banks here tonight. Trying to clear my throat before this action gets underway, I should say. We got a tremendous night of action planned, ladies and gentlemen. We have another showcase match for that Intercontinental title ladder match you'll see at WrestleMania. This week it's Kofi Kingston, the former Intercontinental Champion, going against another former Intercontinental Champion and the greatest match that ever lived, Rey Mysterio. That'll be coming up shortly after this. In our main event, we will see the almighty Bobby Lashley taking on the ring general, Gunther. Gunther is back in the building for the first time since Cody Rhodes invoked his right to the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania after Cody won his respective Elimination Chamber. We all thought Cody Rhodes was going to choose to go back after the Viper and finally finish that story, but Cody Rhodes looks to write a completely different chapter of his story and perhaps do what most deem impossible, and that is defeat the ring general, ladies and gentlemen, over the top rope. Sasha Banks goes crashing out on Sonya Deville. Already this is awesome chance to open our show. That should tell you right then and there that we are in WrestleMania season. It is in full effect, folks. WrestleMania is nearing a week away. And as we've previously mentioned, the first episode of WWE 2K23 will be the first part of WrestleMania. Exciting times. I know you guys are waiting for those 2K24 videos. I'm excited to dive into dive into my creative bag with 2K24 as well. Hope you guys been enjoying the ride as just as much as I have. Trying to put the ride together, so to speak. Trying to give you guys the best form of entertainment possible. As now Sasha Banks able to slip away from that guillotine, almost reverse guillotine choke that Sonya Deville had on her. A huge Hurricane Rana from Sasha Banks now. And now look at this drop kick to the back of Deville. And now it's Sasha Banks getting back into this thing. It's that resiliency that's going to keep Sasha Banks in the fight come WrestleMania when she's up against an endurance beast of Bianca Belair, a woman that's trained her entire life for this exact job, exact position in this life, the top of the women's division. Belair could be right back on the top of the women's division if she is to defeat Sasha Banks for the second time at WrestleMania and reclaim the world championship, the women's world championship that she lost just a week after regaining it to Charlotte Flair back at Night of Champions. Of course, we remember Saraya cashing in on Belair, and that stemmed a few months worth of rivalry as Sasha Banks might have just put Sonya Deville away right here with some innovative offense, almost like a crucifix face buster. A gory bomb face buster. Sasha Banks, we mentioned time and time again, she is better than she's ever been in her entire career since doing all that training in Mexico and Japan. It's just helped her adapt. It's helped her offense adapt, but Sonya Deville able to adapt in a small period of time and get out of the way of Sasha Banks' attempt at a suicide dive. And now it's Sonya controlling the pace of the match again, slamming the boss's face right outside from us on that announce table cover. Count of 4. Sonya Deville looking to get a measure of revenge on Banks here tonight after Banks was able to put her away a few weeks ago before Belair showed up and staked her claim to Sasha Banks' title. And now look at this. Sasha on the outside of all places. 3 amigos obviously paying homage to one of their favorite wrestlers in the entire world, Eddie Guerrero. And now Banks throwing Sonya Deville in and a count of 7. Wait a minute, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Sasha Banks. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Sasha Banks, and now a knee to the face. Knee to the face of Sonya, making sure Sonya actually stays down this time as Banks scales the top rope. Oh my God, knee to the midsection. Nasty knee to the midsection. Sonya Deville could be in trouble here. Sasha Banks operating on another level. The closer and closer we get to WrestleMania, this is a woman that has been to the top of the mountain, is currently right back at the top of the mountain, wants to stay at the top of the mountain as again she honors Eddie Guerrero with a beautiful frog splash to pick up the win. Oh, Sonya kicks out. Sonya able to muscle the strength out, but Banks full head of steam, did not get all of it, but possibly got enough. Possibly got enough. And now Sonya Deville finding herself in a bad way, but she catches the boot. Catches the boot of Banks, and now look at this. Taking Banks over. Down to the mat goes the boss. As Sonya Deville was looking for something there, but Banks able to slip out, slap to the face. No, both these women trading some shots now as Banks lighting Sonya Deville up now with some strikes. And I went for Hurricane Rana again, but no, Sonya Deville. Oh, God. Sonya hanging Sasha Banks out to dry with an alley-oop powerbomb. And now, wait a minute, grabs a hold of that arm, middle of the ring. Is Sasha Banks going to submit just almost a week before WrestleMania? That would be detrimental to her to her momentum heading into WrestleMania. Sasha Banks, though, has to fight out of it. And now, wait a minute, Sonya Deville not even be able to get her wits about her as Sasha Banks already lines her up for the Monet Maker. Face first goes Sonya Deville. The boss with another huge victory here tonight. No, Sonya kicks out this time. Sonya fell to that move the last time these women met. Obviously learned a little bit of how to maybe to cushion her fall or something. Learned from her prior mistakes. Is now Sasha Banks wrenching at what looks to be her eyelids, but I think she just has a hold of her head in a weird way. As now Sonya Deville is once again measuring Banks up to her feet, but now Sasha Banks. Sonya Deville obviously has that martial arts background that's coming into play right now, able to duck and dodge Banks' attempt at offense. You know, both these women going back and forth. Sasha Banks now gets the upper hand. Oh, a neck breaker to Sonya. Neck breaker to Sonya. And now, wait a minute, Banks lining Sonya up for something here. And now once again, for the second time in this match, going for the Monet Maker. Yes, gets it this time. Got it last time, but wasn't enough to put Sonya away. Can the second time be enough? Banks puts Sonya away. Banks looking better than ever on the road to WrestleMania. Just merely days before she defends her championship against Bianca Belair. But what the hell? Turn around, Sasha Banks. That is Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill staring a hole through the Women's World Champion on the road to WrestleMania. What the hell did we just see? Jade Cargill, the presumable still free agent, the hottest free agent in the world right now. Jade Cargill just locked eyes with the boss a match that many would deem a dream match. But Belair has already staked her claim for Sasha Banks' world title. She's already staked her claim for the rematch, Banks versus Belair 2. What is Jade Cargill doing on Friday Night SmackDown? Is she just letting Sasha Banks know that she's got next? Is there a little bit more going on than maybe I'm aware of at this point? Who knows? Jade Cargill just confronted the Women's World Champion, Sasha Banks. What does Bianca Belair have to say about this? As a matter of fact, Cargill almost stealing the spotlight right from underneath the EST. A woman that craves the spotlight. A woman that performs her best and to the highest of her level in the spotlight. You know Bianca is not going to appreciate that kind of disrespect at the hands and actions of Jade Cargill. But why is Jade Cargill here, man? I mean, I'm not going to question why. Obviously, she's a license to print money. That's for sure. She's going to make WWE a hell of a lot more money. A lot more money than they already have, which is a disgusting amount of money. But still, right now, a week before WrestleMania, Jade Cargill has just confronted Sasha Banks. And that sentence sounds crazy, but it did just happen, and it's probably only going to happen in one place for now, folks, and that is the JPG channel, as you guys are tuned in here tonight, of course, for another glorious episode of Universe Mode. It's WrestleMania season, and speaking of WrestleMania, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, two men that will be a part of that six-man ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Of course, joining them will be the megastar LA Knight defending his Intercontinental title, Austin Theory, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the highlight of the night, Ricochet. That match is going to be absolutely wild. And speaking of absolutely wild, Kingston and Rey Mysterio are definitely about to put on a wild affair as well. And look at this. Kingston was trying to get the upper hand to Rey by surprising him with a lariat, but Rey Mysterio seeing every trick in the book. Huge flapjack to Kingston now. And now, wait a minute, Kingston reversing with an enziguri to the face of Rey Mysterio. And now Mysterio's in a bad way here as Kingston. Remember, Kofi Kingston lost the Intercontinental title at Survivor Series. In that fatal four-way match, Adam Cole was able to get the pinfall over, I believe it was Ricochet at the time. Both LA Knight, the current Intercontinental Champion, and Kofi Kingston were a part of that fatal four-way match. Kingston failed to get his title back in a one-on-one match against Adam Cole, but came very, very close to doing so. So this would be Kofi's second attempt at getting his Intercontinental title back ever since he was able to escape the cage that night at Extreme Rules and hand Gunther his one and only technical loss here in Universe Mode. He's still yet to be pinned or submitted, though, and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes looks to change that at WrestleMania. Of course, the ring general's in our main event here tonight. Maybe Bobby Lashley can play spoiler and become the first man to pin him here tonight. Imagine what kind of confidence, what kind of, de-boost of confidence that'll give Cody Rhodes heading into WrestleMania as Rey Mysterio doing what he does best, taking to the skies, crashing down on Kingston now, sending Kingston back into the ring, and now Rey Mysterio. Look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. What a Frankensteiner. Frankensteiner from Rey Mysterio. Not enough to put Kofi Kingston away, but look at this. Off the ropes goes Mysterio. Oh my goodness. A huge bulldog. Huge bulldog colliding with Kofi Kingston, and now Mysterio goes to the top rope, but Kingston's going to meet him. Oh my goodness. Like I said, these two are going to put on one hell of a match, considering the fact that they have a very similar base of offense with that high-flying offense that these two bring. Look at Kingston, full head of steam, showing a little tribute to his friend Big E with that splash. Rey Mysterio powers out at 2, though. And now it's Mysterio looking like he's in a bit of agony right now as Kofi Kingston looks to unleash an assault on Mysterio, but Mysterio chopping at the knees And now kick to the midsection. And now drop kick to the face of Kingston. Mysterio back in control of this match. Sending Kofi into the ropes. And now once again a flapjack to Kingston. And now double foot stomp for good measure. Mysterio full. Oh, I was going to say full head of steam for Mysterio. But Kingston able to slip away. I think there's a cut on Kingston's eye, man. You never know what's going to happen in a wrestling ring. One wrong move made the wrong way could either end your career, injure you, put you out of action. Oh, God, speaking of Kingston did not get all of that to fall, but enough to topple Rey Mysterio down. That was a nasty spill Kingston took. Luckily, he is okay and still interacting with the audience. So, yeah, he's definitely still himself, not concussed. I don't have to ask him how many fingers am I holding up, but, man, Rey Mysterio just got drilled right into that barricade right in front of that Shinsuke Nakamura fan, just going crazy out there with his son wearing the exact same shirt. You love to see it. That's what we're all about here on the JPG channel and the inclusivity. Let's look at this. Mysterio now taking over with a DDT to Kingston. Spiked him right on his head. This might be it. No, Kingston gets the shoulder out. Shoulder out at one, but Kingston not falling for any of those tricks from Mysterio. And Mysterio eats a trouble in paradise for his trouble. Count of 1, 2. No, Rey Mysterio gets the shoulder out. Gets the shoulder out at 2.5. Fight forever chance. These boys might give the crowd exactly that. Obviously, two skilled veterans of this business in Mysterio and Kofi Kingston putting on one hell of a match to showcase the Intercontinental title division. A little small taste of what we will see at WrestleMania, folks. When these two are involved in a 6-man ladder matches, what the hell is Rey Mysterio gearing up for now? Look the heck, body scissor, bulldog off the top. Bulldog off the top rope. That cut is getting worse on Kingston's face. Not enough to keep Kingston down, though. You're seeing that resiliency that gave Kofi Kingston 2 attempts at Gunther's Intercontinental Championship and eventually helped him survive long enough to escape the cage with the Intercontinental title back at Extreme Rules. And now Mysterio once again with that DDT. Kofi wise enough to roll outside the ring, but I don't know how wise it was. You don't want to be outside of the ring with an opponent like Rey Mysterio. Oh, wait a minute, he catches Mysterio powerbomb on the outside. Oh God, that was hard to watch. That was hard to watch. As now Kofi getting back into this one after Rey Mysterio throwing everything he's got at Kingston. Now look at this, trying to wear Mysterio down on the outside. Trying to wear Mysterio down on the outside is Kingston, utilizing that count of 10 to deal some damage. We haven't seen a determined Kofi Kingston like this. He's been determined like this ever since he won that Intercontinental title. We haven't seen that since the days of the power of positivity when he was, Kofi Mania days, when he was winning the WWE Championship for the first time in his career. And now look at this, Rey Mysterio. Oh, hitting that cut again, but wait a minute, Canadian Destroyer. A Canadian Destroyer lands. Kofi might be out. He might be out. Count of 2. Kingston gets the shoulder out somehow. Mysterio has thrown everything he's had at Kofi Kingston. Kingston has ate it with a 2-piece with some fries. And now, wait a minute, Rey Mysterio elbow to the face once again dialing in on that cut. Like I said, these guys are veterans and they know exactly what they're doing in that ring. Mysterio knows exactly what he's doing in that ring as he hits a springboard frog splash along with the modified version of the 619. Once again, Kingston gets the shoulder out. What the hell is this guy made out of, man? Rey Mysterio almost second-guessing himself, and you don't see that every day. Mysterio is very confident in his abilities in that ring, but when you got a competitor like Kofi Kingston standing across from you, it is a very hard man to beat. And he's shown that by surviving the ring general in the past. And now, wait a minute, gears up for some SOS to Mysterio. Mysterio could be in trouble here. Kofi Kingston sensing a victory now as Rey Mysterio now on spaghetti legs. Trouble in Paradise for the second time. Mysterio might be out. Second Trouble in Paradise lands, and ladies and gentlemen, Kingston picks up a big win heading into WrestleMania, heading into that six-man ladder match. That was a hell of a match we just saw between one legend of this business and one future legend of this business. Two certified Hall of Famers in my book. And two veterans of this business, Kingston and Rey Mysterio, both former Intercontinental Champions, both might add another reign to their name come WrestleMania. We will find out. Ladies and gentlemen, next week is our final showcase match for the Intercontinental title ladder match. Two men that know each other very well after the last few months. Austin Theory and LA Knight, the Intercontinental Champion himself, will be doing battle just days before they enter into that six-man ladder match at WrestleMania. And of course, speaking of WrestleMania, you can't have WrestleMania without the world champion Gunther. But before he gets to WrestleMania, he is going to have to endure the Almighty here tonight. The Almighty, by the way, Bobby Lashley, having to worry about the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns lurking in the shadows after last week's heinous assault before Lashley's match with Giovanni Vinci. Lashley was still able to overcome Vinci, hence this match right now. Gunther wanting to get a measure of revenge, realizing that nobody on his team is going to be up for the challenge against the Almighty besides himself. And the world champion is back in the main event, right where he belongs. And you're looking at what could have been a potential WrestleMania match between Lashley and Gunther, folks. Bobby Lashley was the last to be eliminated in Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes finally rectifying his demons in terms of Bobby Lashley at Elimination Chamber. Bobby Lashley was the man to take that championship away from Cody Rhodes in the first place. Back at Backlash all those months ago when we started Universe Mode, our very first pay-per-view, Lashley defeated Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. That's back when both men were on Monday Night Raw. Clearly, it is a very different time considering everything that's happened in the last 11 months or so. Kaiser's out here running his mouth, like always, letting the crowd know exactly who they're about to see. And believe me, I mean, come on. Gunther has reigned dominant over Friday Night SmackDown for, like I said, about a year now. He was Intercontinental Champion and World Heavyweight Champion for half of that year. That speaks for itself. We don't need Kaiser. We don't need Kaiser trying to build him up, trying to let us know who we're about to see. We know that Gunther is one bad man, and we know exactly what he's capable of. I'm sure Bobby Lashley knows, too, as he gears up for an absolute war with the Ring General to close our show here tonight, folks. And ladies and gentlemen, I am being told Bobby Lashley has issued a challenge to Roman Reigns. He told him, bring two members of your bloodline. I'll bring my boys in the Pride, Dox and Tez. I'll bring the Profits at WrestleMania, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Profits. And we are going to have ourselves a six-man tag team warfare, tribal combat, the Pride versus the Bloodline. Lashley has issued the challenge. He issued the challenge just before this match, sending a tweet out to the Tribal Chief. We will see if Roman obliges or not. I mean, clearly Roman Reigns wants to get a measure of revenge on Bobby Lashley. The only way he's going to be able to do that, Lashley says, is if he meets him on the grandest stage and brings his most trusted companions, as Lashley will have his. And now look at this in the middle of the ring. Lashley and Gunther gearing up for battle. Lashley might not even make it to tribal combat at WrestleMania if Gunther has something to say about it. And now Lashley sending Gunther into the ropes. Huge elbow to the face of Gunther. Look at Lashley. Like I said, there's not too many men that are actually going to to hold up in the ring as far as stature with Gunther, but Lashley's definitely one of them. The most physically conditioned human being probably on earth is Bobby Lashley. This guy is nearing 50 years old and still looks like he's in his 30s. It's that black don't crack effect, I suppose, or maybe it's just the fact that he just keeps his body in peak condition at all times, making sure he's always ready for a fight because he never knows when he's going to be in the fight of his life, like here tonight. Oh my goodness, a huge power slam to Gunther. Like I said, when are you going to see Gunther get manhandled like this? Only at the hands of the almighty, a former world champion in his own right. As now Lashley, proud of his work, showing off to the audience. Doesn't realize Gunther's back on his feet. Actually was able to turn around just enough time. Go! Gunther was going for a big boot of sorts, but Lashley was going for a shoulder block. Gunther sidestepped it. And now, wait a minute, goes for a power slam, but no, now it's Lashley getting out. Chop to the knee, the unprotected knee of Gunther. Doesn't wear any pads on the ring. Oh, a huge chop. There's those chops. Oh my goodness, look at this combination. Oh, more chops. More chops. Simmering down that ego Lashley kind of had about himself. Look at that. Oh, Lashley answering with a chop. You don't see that every now and then. But now he goes for what he's good at, and that's throwing blows. Amateur MMA background for Lashley. You know he's going to bring that to the field. I believe he's undefeated in MMA, as a matter of fact. So Lashley definitely has a few different hats when it comes to combat sports. As now Lashley looking at a bad way in the corner. Gunther has him presumably right where he wants him. And now wait a minute, Gunther looking to put this thing away early. As you gotta be kidding me, a powerbomb off the top rope. We've seen Gunther win countless matches just like that. Lashley's out. No, Lashley gets the shoulder out though somehow. But now Gunther wasting no time. Sleeper hold locked in. Sleeper hold applied. Like I said, he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed of Giovanni Vinci. He's embarrassed of Vinci to losing to Lashley, and he wants to make an example out of Lashley. Clearly, since he can't make an example out of Giovanni Vinci, but he wants to let Lashley know who runs this place, and that is the ring general, Gunther. But Bobby Lashley wants to show him that he's not the baddest man on campus anymore. Bobby Lashley, ever since coming over from Monday Night Raw with the Profits, has been a force. And then look at this, Kaiser talking trash to Lashley. And now, oh, man, we've seen a lot of superstars fall for that very thing right there. Imperium talking trash on the outside, and Gunther able to capitalize on the distraction, but Lashley clearly did his homework for this match. And a man like Gunther, you want to study up all you can. As look at this. Oh my goodness, the Dominator connects on the ring general. Could this be a count of two? Gunther was about to suffer his first pinfall loss in Universe mode. And that's what every time Gunther's in the match, that's why the stakes feel so high. This man has yet to be pinned in Universe mode, folks. I explained in the last match, Kofi Kingston nearly escaped the ring general. He didn't pin him, he didn't submit him, he escaped him with the Intercontinental title, might I add. But still, Gunther has not been pinned or submitted, and oh my God, Lashley just crashed and burned. Lashley might have just, I think he was able to tuck his chin right at the last second, but man, that could have been catastrophic. Throwback to Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, almost yeeting himself straight to an early exit from Earth at WrestleMania 25 when he nearly broke his neck on that fall when he hit the cameraman. So many WrestleMania moments that I could talk about for days, folks. And we're going to make some more WrestleMania moments in basically a week from now. When we get to WrestleMania itself in Hollywood, look at this. Lashley muscling Gunther up. Like I said, when do you see the ring general manhandled like this? A count of two. This is a big match for Gunther to take just almost a week before Mania. He has to go in the ring with the American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes. And he's taking matches against Bobby Lashley of all people. And now look at this. Lashley clothesline attempt. Doesn't get it though. Gunther was going for something. Lashley able to escape now. Elbow to the face. Elbow to the face. And now, oh God, Gunther's getting nasty out there with a headbutt to the eye. Headbutt to the eye. Lashley though. And now, oh, it's Gunther. Both these men going back and forth. Lashley throwing some haymakers now at Gunther. These are staggering the big man, but not enough to keep him out. And now look at this. Lashley's tired of this. Lashley's tired of this. Kaiser's gotten in his face in more times in this match than he'd possibly like. As now this time it does give Gunther the opportunity, but Lashley again slipping out of harm's way. Man, I thought Lashley was going to be out after that top rope powerbomb. I don't know how the hell he survived that. Don't ask me, because I absolutely have no idea. Most men wouldn't even be able to compete for 3 months after a move like that. Like I said, Lashley just keeps himself in peak condition to be able to withstand a amount of punishments like this. And that's the type of resiliency that has earned him multiple world championships in multiple companies, this company included. Lashley keeps trying to get Gunther into that ring. Oh my goodness gracious. Or I should say the ring post. Those rib shots are nasty. And everything's connecting with Gunther. Elbow to the face. Gunther just getting leveled now with those elbows to the faces. Now Lashley forces him into the turnbuckle. Oh, but Gunther again able to escape. Again able to escape the Almighty's grasp. And now it's Lashley. Now it's Lashley. What the hell? Kaiser, what did you just do? I think he just threw a chair in the ring, of course. Kaiser always doing something. Look at this. Look at this display of strength that Lashley has on Gunther right now. One arm. Gunther is every bit of 280, 295. And Lashley just toyed with him in the middle of the ring. And now an elbow drop from Lashley. Using that hurt elbow, by the way. The elbow that got smashed into the ring steps last week, courtesy of the Tribal Chief. And now Lashley. Oh my God, this guy again. Kaiser, man, you're going to get yourself injured. Lashley is going to physically annihilate you. Lashley is going to physically annihilate Kaiser. And now, wait a minute. I told you. Oh my God. Lashley breaking Kaiser in half. Telling him to stay out of his business. Telling him to stay out of his business as he lines up Gunther. Went for a lariat. Gunther able to get his hands up in defense. Kaiser, that'll be the last time you mess with the Almighty, that's for sure. Kaiser's not even going to be able to eat breakfast in the morning after getting cut in half by that spear. But Lashley's in a bad way now. Gunther might have sucked all the life out of him with that vice grip. And now, oh my God, that was near the steps. That was near the steps, and now Gunther proud of his work as Lashley's in a bad way here now. Lashley's injured, man. Lashley's hurting. And now Lashley now. Oh no, wait a minute. Gunther one step ahead. One step ahead. I think he was going for that last symphony. Was going for that last symphony, but not to be. Not to be, as Lashley able to escape with a back suplex and now sends Gunther into the corner. Gunther again evading the Almighty. Now Gunther's top rope. Gunther's top rope as Lashley's laid out on the floor. And now wait a minute, goes for an elbow drop of his own, but doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. Now Lashley turning him around. Hurt Lock's locked in. Hurt Lock's locked in. Kaiser. I was going to say Kaiser. Gunther. Gunther has to fight out of this. Not too many can. Gunther's able to escape. Gunther's able to escape. Lashley, I don't think he can even believe it himself, and I don't think he can believe that he just got tossed around by a grown man like that. The size that Lashley is. And now, wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. Takes Gunther out. Takes Gunther out, and now, oh, man. Oh, no. Lashley once again getting rid of the trash, and now taking Gunther out again. This time he gets the splash. Was looking for it earlier. Gunther made him crash and burn. This time he gets it. Gunther's in a bad way. And Lashley has a target for Gunther. Looking to spear him in half. He gets it. to ping the ring general just days before his big match with Cody Rhodes. No, Gunther gets the shoulder out. The crowd's chanting one more time, and I guess Kaiser will oblige because he distracts Lashley for the final time as now Gunther gets a jumping bulldog of some sorts. And I look at this, I don't know what the hell. Oh, God. Contorting the neck of Lashley is the ring general. Lashley doesn't even know where the hell he's at. And now Gunther sending Lashley into the ropes now. Was going for something there, but Lashley sidesteps it. Ref getting caught in fire here. As both men throwing bombs at this point, this later stage in the match. Lashley now off the ropes. And no, wait a minute, Gunther grabs him to a power slam. And now Lashley could be in a bad way here. Gunther looking to put Lashley away like he's done everybody else on Friday Night SmackDown. Last Symphony to Lashley. The Last Symphony connects. The ref obviously not playing favorites here tonight. Lashley gets the shoulder out because of it. Lashley gets the shoulder out because of it. Gunther's beside himself. Gunther's beside himself. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes with that offense. Oh my God, just slammed Lashley on the mat. And Gunther's beside himself. He cannot believe the ref would show the mat such disrespect. He wants to keep the mat sacred. He is the ring general for a reason. And now Lashley might be in the worst position that he ever wants to be in a Gunther match on that turnbuckle. We know he's already hit that top rope powerbomb once. Gunther can definitely hit it again, especially with Lashley wounded like this. Oh my God, driving that unexposed knee right into the face of Lashley, and now he's got a sleeper hold locked in for a second time. Sleeper hold locked in for a second time on Lashley. Lashley has to submit. Lashley has to submit. The amount of damage that Gunther did was just too much. Lashley has to submit to the world champion. A valiant effort for the Almighty, but Gunther reigns undefeated. This was the start of the match, folks. That was like the third move done in the match. Gunther was looking to put the Almighty away in very fast fashion. As you can see, Kaiser ate his for getting involved too many times, but at the end of the match, Gunther once again walking away with another big victory as he heads into WrestleMania just a week away, and he has a date with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 1 week till WrestleMania. It's going to be probably the biggest week of Universe Mode ever. We're going to have some huge matches in these next 3 episodes of Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. You guys do not want to miss out. But until then, I will see y'all on the next one.